I need to have a conversation about the purpose of my spaces. I have Bourbon Bougie platforms across various platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of these spaces. And I need to have a conversation about the point of my pages. This is the description that's on my YouTube page. It says, "Welcome to Bourbon Bougie, a vibrant and empowering online community created by a passionate Black woman feminist. This page is a dedicated woman-centered space where we celebrate the diverse voices, experiences, and perspectives from women from all walks of life. Through thought-provoking discussions, inspiring interviews, and engaging content, we delve into a wide range of topics that matter to women, including gender equality, intersectionality, social justice, self-care, empowerment, and so much more. Our goal is to foster meaningful conversation and create a supportive space where women feel heard." All right, so that is what is on my page. I have built these spaces from scratch by myself. And what people want to do is sometimes not build their own spaces. They want to come into other people's spaces and try to dictate what is said. Like, I might have a political post. I might have a post that speaks about racism or sexism, or I might have a post where I speak about the fact that I'm agnostic, and you'll have people like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you brought politics into this. Oh my God, I can't believe that you brought race into this." There are lots of things that impact other people that might not impact you directly. And if you are uncomfortable hearing about how certain oppressions impact other people that are not impacting you, then no, you may not always be comfortable with this. We can giggle about men as much as we want. We can giggle about pettiness, about pop culture, but there are things that are political that shape people's lives. Religion and religious trauma impacts people's lives. Racism and sexism that are built into this country, in industries, and how cities were built impact people's lives. And if you're not comfortable hearing history, politics, about racism, how different things impact people, then no, you're not ready for these uncomfortable conversations. And that is not for me to hold your hand and handle for you. You have to either listen and be uncomfortable and figure out why you are uncomfortable, or you need to go and create the network that you want to see. But what you not finna do is try to shape or silence or tone police anything that I decide to put out on my page. Now, at this particular juncture, I'm not talking to anyone in particular. But if you feel indicted, wear that MFN shoe and sit in that uncomfortability for a little while. And also, if you feel like something isn't being talked about, or if you feel that something shouldn't be said, go create something for yourself. What I have created, I've worked hard to create these spaces. This is for me. This is for the people that want to be in this network, this community, where I have brought in global women's perspectives and experiences. But it might not be for you, because what you want to do is create a slant that more fits your palette. And I understand that. And I'm not upset when people leave because I'm speaking about something that makes them uncomfortable. I'm not here to hold folks' hands and try to, manage their stress levels. I hope this is clear for you on this wonderful, beautiful day on today. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. We have another birth rate video. This one is coming out of Chile. Chile birth rate plummets as women say no to motherhood. It is wild that so many women globally are just getting on the same page at the same time. It wasn't like this was some concerted effort. Women are just saying, get someone else to do it. Okay, so let's get into this article. Chilean lawyer Camila Ramirez, 29, does not want to give up her freedom and well-being to become a mother, and she is not alone. In the past decade, births have fallen by 29% in Chile, now the country with the lowest birth rate in the Americas. I did not know that. Wow, I didn't realize it was so low. With 1.17 children being born per woman, the Latin American nation is far from the 2.1 needed to maintain its population, according to National Statistics Institute. Being a mother is an absolutely selfless task. I love to travel, and when I go on a trip, I do it alone. I don't ask anyone, I just disappear, said Ramirez, who is balancing her job with a master's degree. I can't see myself being in charge of feeding and entertaining a child, always prioritizing the well being and care of a child over my own well being, she added. Declining birth rates are sparking alarm across the globe, especially in developed economies. Even Pope Francis has weighed in, suggesting couples who have pets instead of children are selfish and a threat to humanity. Not the men that are harming women, not the countries and the leaders that are, making legislation that harms women. No, women are just outside, just outside living their life, having a pet, and that is what's harming humanity. All right, Pope. Chile's birth rate is below that of developed economies such as Italy, Japan, and Spain, according to the UN Population Division. I had no idea. I've been looking at these other countries, but Chile was not on my map. The changes around reproduction in Chilean society have been very fast and abrupt. What took decades in Europe has happened in 10 or 20 years in Chile, said Catholic University sociologist Martina Yopo. Chilean women have gained greater access to education, especially since universities became free in 2008 and entered the workforce in higher numbers. They are about to try to strip women of the right to get an education because educated women are, they have choices, they have opportunities, and we can't have women having too much freedom. And with greater reproductive autonomy, today, being a woman does not necessarily mean being a mother, and having a family does not necessarily require children, added Yopo. And emergency. The INE predicts Chile's birth rate will continue to fall in coming years, and not even an increase in immigration is managing to reverse the situation. It is an emergency, a health crisis. I can think of a few things more important than this from an economic, social, and ethical point of view, said Annabelle Scarlera, president of the Chilean Society of Reproductive Medicine. Economist Jorge Barrios said the drop in birth rate means there will be many older people and that they will most likely have to continue working. There is no generational renewal in people in the economy. As in many countries, gender inequality means that many working women know that if they become mothers, they will bear the main load of parenting. There's also little support from the state in areas such as childcare, said Yopo. This sounds like every other country that is going through this, and that they're not changing it. They're not changing it. They're not listening to women. Women are saying they are tired of being the main parent. Bring the men along. Women keep saying stuff about childcare. So fix it. But no, they don't want to. They refuse. So the birth rate is going to continue to plummet to hell. And women are choosing to have children later, with a third of all births in Chile last year to age between 30 and 34. The trend has led to a rise in infertility. We are not helping people to be able to reconcile the development of their careers and the desire to fall pregnant, says Scolera, who wants to improve access to assisted fertility and egg preservation. Physiotherapist Tamara Guzman never dreamed of being a mother and kept postponing the decision. Now 41 and married, she feels she can't afford the lifestyle she enjoys and raise a child. Everything is very expensive. I see it in my friends who are mothers and are super tired with dark circles under their eyes and stressed because they have to pay the nanny or the kindergarten, diapers, and milk. If I had more income, yes, I would think about it. Dire state of the world. Angered by violence against women and the state of the world, banking executive Isadora Rugeroni decided to get sterilized 4 years ago, aged just 41. I felt there was a lot of evil in the world, a lot of injustice, and I came to antinatalism, which is a philosophy that states that it is not ethical to have biological children with the world as it is. I can do much stronger activism and impact society as a woman without biological children, she said. Rugeroni says she would like to be a foster mother and also adopt all the animals I want. Chile has seen an 80% drop in teen pregnancies over the past 2 decades, according to the INE. And it's not only women balking at parenthood. The number of vasectomies performed in Chile has risen almost tenfold in the past decade, from 768 in 2013 to over 7,500 in 2023. Wow. Meanwhile, female sterilization in public hospitals increased by 54% in the same period. So, women are saying the same thing. The costs are too high. We're not making enough money. Childcare is too expensive, and women bear the brunt of the majority of the parenting. So, nothing in this article said what they are going to do to address what women are saying. Oh, and that last lady was talking about the violence against women and the state of the world. What are they doing to address these issues? And if these men don't address these issues, they will continue to see the birth rate plummet. And I am here for it. If you see any other countries that I need to address, any other links, please send them to me, because we are going to continue to talk about this. But the crazy thing is, so many people are saying the exact same thing. What are they doing about it? Nothing. All right, y'all, join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Why these people keep getting into these inappropriate relationships in this day and age, where everything is highlighted and brought to light and then spread across social media with the quickness, is beyond me. So, New York Magazine writer Olivia Nuzzi placed on leave after disclosing RFK relationship. One of America's most acclaimed magazine writers, Olivia Nuzzi of the New York Magazine, has been placed on leave while a third-party review is conducted after the publication said Nuzzi disclosed that she had engaged in a personal relationship with a former subject relevant to the 2024 campaign while she was reporting on the campaign. That is a failure of integrity. While the magazine did not identify the subject, a person with direct knowledge of the matter told CNN that the relationship was with Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who ran for president as an independent candidate and recently endorsed Donald Trump. The person said the relationship was emotional and digital in nature, not physical. A Kennedy spokesperson told CNN, Mr. Kennedy only met Olivia Nuzzi once in his life for an interview, which yielded a hit piece. The alleged relationship was first reported on Thursday night by Oliver Darcy in Status. In a statement to CNN, Nuzzi said her relationship with a reporting subject had turned personal and that she regretted not disclosing it to the publication. Earlier this year, the nature of some communication between myself and a former reporting subject turned personal. During that time, I did not directly report on the subject nor use them as a source. The relationship was never physical, but should have been disclosed to prevent the appearance of a conflict. I deeply regret not doing so immediately and apologize to those I've disappointed, especially my colleagues at New York. In a note to readers, New York Magazine said Nuzzi is currently on leave and the publication is conducting a more thorough third-party review. Nuzzi penned a profile of Kennedy last November in which she went hiking with the then candidate and has since written numerous other features about Trump in the 2024 campaign. I don't follow this woman's career, but this is the person, Brian Stettler on Twitter, who blew this story up in status at status.news. So if you want to find the article, you can go find it there. This woman, Laura Chapin, says the damage Olivia Nuzzi has done to actual professional women journalists cannot be overstated. Now, I don't know if she has damaged a lot of people, but she's definitely put her own integrity and professional career on the line for these people. So Rich says Olivia Nuzzi standing for RFK Jr. in the New York Times, no less, on June 27, 2024. So she's saying of RFK Jr., I think it was a mistake to exclude him, not just because it deprives voters of information they say they want, but strategically for major party nominees, they might emerge from this debate even less popular, making them more vulnerable to a third-party threat. Apparently, she's been garbage for a long time. This was a tweet from her back in 2016 about Obama. Can't believe how much 8 years changed Obama. And then she put makeup on former President Obama. And then back in 2014, she called President Obama the real intruder in the White House. And she said, CNN, why didn't the Secret Service shoot the intruder? Oh, well, but she had called him the intruder. So she was calling for President Obama to be pew-pewed. This is a mess, and this is who this person is. Thankfully, tweets can be found, and people do find them and post them. She also says this: Kenyan anti-colonial shows teeth to small child. And look at this picture she chose. So she has been racist for a long time. This was back in 2014. This woman, Miss Asia, says, Baby, I'm convinced karma is a Black woman. Olivia Nuzzi was one of the first and main reporters to spread BS about President Biden. When called out for it, she would double down. Other reporters followed her lead and did the same. I love this journey for her. She was trying to humanize Trump. This was a tweet that she put out back in September. Oh, we're still in September, like last week. A lot of the critics have asked me why I would humanize Donald Trump. I see the search for Trump's humanity and an assessment of its limitations as a worthwhile exercise. If you're not interested, you don't have to read it. So she said, I examined Donald Trump's ear and his soul at Mar-a-Lago. But look at this picture she uses for Joe Biden. She says, in January, I began hearing similar stories from Democratic officials, activists, and donors who came away from interactions with Joe Biden disturbed by what they had seen. For New York Magazine, I wrote about the conspiracy of silence to protect the president. So she is pushing that Joe Biden is, cognitively failing. And then the National Review quoted Olivia Nuzzi saying, after Joe Biden announced on Sunday that he would be dropping out of the 2024 presidential race, New York Magazine reporter Olivia Nuzzi suggested that the big lesson in all of this is that bullying works. So Olivia Nuzzi took that and she retweeted it. Oh my God, is anyone allowed to make a joke anymore? Bullying works. That was the joke. So that is who Olivia Nuzzi has been over the years. All right, let's get back into the article. It says, Kennedy has been married to actor Cheryl Hines since 2014, back when Olivia Nuzzi was just putting out inappropriate tweets about President Obama. All right. Okay, it says, a representative for Hines declined to comment Friday on his relationship with Nuzzi. While Hines has supported her husband's presidential run, appearing at campaign events, she has not commented on Kennedy's decision to throw his support behind Trump. According to the magazine, Nuzzi recently acknowledged a relationship with a reporting subject in which was a violation of the magazine's standards around conflicts of interest and disclosures. Had the magazine been aware of this relationship, she would not have continued to cover the presidential campaign, the New York Magazine statement added. The magazine also said that an internal review of her published work has found no inaccuracies or evidence of bias. Still, the magazine said, we regret this violation of our readers' trust. In a note to staff on Friday obtained by CNN, New York Magazine editor David Haskell said editors had learned of Nuzzi's relationship with Kennedy a few days ago and were told it began in December after her profile of Kennedy published and ended in August. Haskell said that while editors had not found evidence of bias in her reporting during that period, I made it clear to Olivia that she had created, at the very least, the appearance of a conflict, and by choosing not to disclose this to her editors, had violated our policies and potentially damaged our readers' trust. I'm so deeply proud of the work we make together, and I'm sorry this brings a cloud of distraction over us, he added. Nuzzi had been engaged to marry Ryan Lizza, Politico's chief Washington correspondent and Playbook co-author. In a note to readers Friday in the Playbook PM newsletter, Lizza wrote, because of my connection to this story through my ex-fiance, my editors and I have agreed that I won't be involved in any coverage of Kennedy in Playbook or elsewhere at Politico. So these people are so messy. It's so messy. And you would think that an investigative journalist would know and understand how these things come out. Why these people can't control themselves a little bit better is beyond my brain. I just don't get it. But that's what is going on. So much messiness and tea in politics. There's literally no reason to be watching TV these days when you can just watch the news and Twitter. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. More political news. Now, this is old news. I don't know why it's coming back right now. We began hearing rumblings of Matt Gaetz with teenagers way like years ago. I don't know how this man survived and was able to stay in Congress, but he was. Matt Gaetz accused in new court filings of attending drug-fueled X parties with a teen. Representative Matt Gaetz, the magnified Florida Republican, attended a drugged-up ex-party with a 17-year-old girl he has long claimed not to know, according to 3 eyewitnesses cited in court papers filed late Thursday night. They said that the underage teen showed up in her mom's car for the July 15, 2017 gathering, which was held at a lobbyist Chris Dorworth's Lake Mary home, Notice reported. A high school junior at the time, the girl was provided for the enjoyment of Gaetz and other attendees who were there to engage in sexual activities while indulging in alcohol, cocaine, ecstasy, and marijuana. All of these conservative Christian Republicans are just not really showing how family friendly they are. This is wild. The allegations cited are included in sealed sworn affidavits submitted amid an ongoing civil lawsuit Dorworth brought last year, in which he argued he had been improperly roped into previous ex-trafficking accusations levied against Gaetz and his cronies. Gaetz was implicated 3 years ago as having had relations with underage girls. His one-time friend, disgraced local poll Joel Greenberg, said Gaetz paid him to set up encounters with young women, one of whom was allegedly a 17-year-old girl. A series of Venmo transactions appeared to corroborate Greenberg's story, according to reports. I remember 3 years ago, they were talking about these Venmo transactions. This is as silly as Mark Robinson using the same handle across platforms and using the same email to use Ashley Madison. These people have no sense, and they think that they won't be held accountable, probably because voters are not holding them accountable. But Gaetz flatly denied any culpability, insisting to then Fox News host Tucker Carlson in 2021, "The person doesn't exist. I have not had a relationship with a 17-year-old. That is totally false." Greenberg is now serving an 11-year-old sentence on fraud and child ex-trafficking charges. Gaetz was investigated by the feds as a potential accomplice, but no criminal charges were filed against him. Further demonstrating what the attorney says shows Gaetz' eager participation in underage X scheme. The congressman texted with Dorworth some 30 times on the day of the 2017 party and called him twice before it started, according to a forensics examination cited in Thursday night's court filings. The sworn affidavits confirmed details that only existed prior as rumors, according to Notice, which said Gaetz did not respond to a request for comment. Dorworth, for his part, told the outlet in a text message on Friday that he never met the 17-year-old girl in question. She is also lying about Gaetz, Dorworth wrote, claiming a lie detector test he previously took will verify his version of events. Find out season has been one for the making. 2024 has been one amazing find out season. And I hope that all of these skeletons keep tumbling out of the closet and people keep getting held accountable. Let's highlight these things, show them, put them into the atmosphere, show them on social media, make videos about it, post it on the Twitter, post it on your Facebook. Tell everybody, because these people need to be held accountable and voters need to hold these people accountable. All right, join the conversation. Let me know what you think about these. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.